8:04 in the evening on the 17th of December 2025. I'm running a quick setup so that when the sky gets dark in about 40 minutes, we'll begin our NGC 800 to 849 and potentially 850 to 900 tonight. The sky looks pretty good, although the GEOS image off the coast of the Northwest Pacific looks like we should be getting hit with some more severe weather. We had a lot of wind today. Anyway, so we'll get started in about a half an hour. Okay, I thought I'd kick off with a 30-second exposure. We're going to drop back down to 5. This is Messier 74, Galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 9.4, 10 by 9.4 arc minutes in size. We're looking at it at 30x. It's 35 million light years distance, probably a little bit larger than our own Milky Way. RA 1 hour, 36 minutes, 41 seconds with a declination of plus 15 degrees, 46 minutes and 58 seconds. Even at 30x, we are seeing the spiralicity of its arms. Let's jump up to 75. I haven't tried adjusting the histogram on this. We'll leave it the way it is. Here's our 75x view, which typically adds about 2 magnitudes to the brightness of the image because we put more pixels to use, is my hypothesis, but it's been basically proven through experience. And if we really push it up to 100% e-zoom, we're now seeing a full pixelization at 150x, get nice texture in the spiral arms, but unfortunately the stars don't look quite so nice. So we'll drop it back down to about 70x and then begin our shift over to 5-second exposures for views in the NGC 800 to 849 series. By the way, how about a nice 5-second exposure view? We're seeing 3 stacks, and let's move on. Okay, this is NGC 800, right in the middle of the field of view. Galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13.7, 1 by 0.9 arc minutes, spiral lowercase c, so not much of a core. It looks like it has a neighbor. It could be this one here. This one's got a brighter core. There may also be another galaxy there. 267 million light years distant means it's about 75,000 light years diameter. RA 2 hours, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Declination of a mere minus 7 minutes and 50 seconds. We're off to NGC 801 in the sky's middle third. It's a galaxy in Andromeda, magnitude 13.1. Wow, perfectly centered in the field. Magnitude, a spiral with a lowercase c, but it does have a rather brightish core. Interesting. 264 million light years distant at 3 arc minutes in size. This baby's a couple hundred, probably 300,000 light years in diameter. We're at RA 2 hours, 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Declination plus 38 degrees, 15 minutes, 55 seconds. Okay, we're now down into Aries for a galaxy, NGC 803. Centering it up. Magnitude 12.6, 3 by 1.3 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase c again. This one's 94 million light years distant, puts it about 75,000 light years in diameter. RA 2 hours, 3 minutes, 44 seconds. Declination plus 16:01:52. We're on to NGC 804. I thought I had paused that. Galaxy in Triangulum, magnitude 14.7, 1.3 by 0.3 arc minutes. Should be a lenticular. Should be a edge-on. It is a lenticular. It's an edge-on spiral, 240 million light years distant. Go back to our 75x view. It's at right ascension 2 hours, 24:02 with a declination of plus 30, 49:57. Off to NGC 805, Galaxy in Triangulum. You can see it right there in the middle of the field, magnitude 13.5, 1.1 by 0.7 arc minutes, spiral with a bar of the lenticular class. 207 million light years distant. RA 2 hours, 4 minutes, 29 seconds with a declination of plus 28 degrees, 48 minutes, 44 seconds. Okay, we've headed further south into Cetus now for NGC806 Galaxy, magnitude 14, 3 to 1 aspect ratio, 1.2 by 0.4 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase c. A lot of those this evening, 173 million light years distant, maybe 60,000 light years in diameter. RA20331 with a declination of -9, 55, 58. And of course, we want that 75x view. Probably this galaxy here, this one's a little bit more edge on. Further north, once again, to NGC807, a galaxy in Triangulum. Magnitude 12.5, 1.8 by 1.3 arc minute size elliptical, pretty obvious there. 218 million light years distant, probably 110,000 light years in diameter. It's at RA20455, declination plus 28, 59, 16. Okay, here we go. Deep south, NGC 808, Galaxy Cetus, magnitude 13.5, 1.2 by 0.6 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc. It has a ring, but we're not going to see much of anything. 219 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years diameter. RA20356, declination -23, 18, 47. A little further north in Cetus now. For a galaxy, magnitude 14, 1.5 by 1.1 arc minutes in size lenticular, 238 million light years distant, probably about a little larger than the Milky Way. RA 2 hours, 4 minutes, 18 seconds, declination -8, 4407. Okay, a bit north again into Aries for NGC 810, Galaxy, magnitude 15.5, but it's an elliptical, it's probably photographic. We're looking for something in the 14th magnitude range. I think it's quite apparent, even though it's 14th magnitude at a mere 30x. 342 million light years distant puts us about 175,000 kilolight years and 175,000 light years in diameter. RA 20528 with a declination of plus 13, 1505. Galaxy's quite obvious, unless of course it's this one here. Back into Cetus once again for NGC 811, magnitude 14 could be its visible magnitude, 0.5 by 0.3, smallish. 86 million light years distant. This baby's a tiny one, maybe no more than 10,000 light years in diameter. It's attributed as a spiral. RA 20435, declination -10, 06, 27. Well, we're pushing our limits north, and we may be getting a little bit of aperture block, but who knows. We're looking for NGC 811. Oh, this can't be it. It's the next one. 812. It's a galaxy in Andromeda. Magnitude 11.2. Oh, yes, there she be. 3 by 1.3 arc minutes, 234 million light years distant. This one's pushing 200,000 light years in diameter. Spiral with a lowercase bc. RA 2 hours, 6 minutes, 51 seconds. And a declination of plus 44 degrees, 34 minutes, and 15 seconds. And we have a medic copter coming in at this point. Look at the extensions, how they're curved in this galaxy. Thought you might like to have a look at this one at 150x. Okay, we're going to have to take a pause, and I may have to bail on tonight's studies. We're at plus 14 degrees in Andromeda, and we're getting nada. It's been about a week, maybe even more. I did get through NGC 800 to 812 last time, and I think I will push from 812 onward. I'm hoping to capture up to 900 this evening. What you're looking at here, of course, is a beautiful edge-on galaxy, NGC 891 in far eastern Andromeda, almost in Perseus. This is our 5-second exposure time view. We're now at -10 degrees on the ZWO imager. I'm going to go ahead now and we're going to recap NGC 812 before pushing on to 849. And the time now is now 5:44. It's about an hour and a half after sunset. I'm hoping somewhere on this screen we will be able to make out NGC 812. And I'm sure it's one of these two galaxies, but let me give you some data. Oh yes, this brighter one. Its magnitude 11.2, 3 by 1.3 arc-minute spiral with lowercase bc. 234 million light years distant means it's probably about 200,000 light years in diameter. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 6 minutes, 51 seconds with a declination of plus 44 degrees, 34 minutes, 15 seconds. I have an adjusted histogram. And the moon is going to plague us this evening because it's probably in about a day or two after the second quarter. Here is a nice largish view. Let's go right up to 100% e-zoom, 150x, and get that view. No adjustment of the histogram will be undertaken. This is the view I left off over a week ago. I'll leave a note in the at the beginning of this video series with that information. Okay, we're now off closer to the moon. We're in Cetus at NGC 814 galaxy. Faint, magnitude 16. Don't think we're going to get much sight of it, but what if we do? It's 1.4 by 0.6 arc-minute lenticular spiral, so it's about a 2.5 to 1 aspect ratio. There is something fuzzy in this region here. Can't be sure of it. Let's push it up to 75x. Have a look at the field. I'm going to swish around a little bit just in case we're not getting a good alignment. And then I am going to bail, of course. All right, there is something located right about here that's very faint. There's a longer striation. So this region would need to be verified using Steve Gottlieb's Adventures in deepspace.com. A very close neighbor of 814 is NGC 815, another galaxy in Cetus. Here's our 50% e-zoom view. This one is also magnitude 16, but it is much more compact, 0.4 by 0.2 arc minutes. Doesn't have any particular description other than compact. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 10 minutes, 39 seconds. Declination of minus 15, 48, 47. Okay, heading north into Triangulum, we're still getting rather luminous background sky. I will not play with the histogram. I can make some adjustments in Movie Maker. I am seeing a faint galaxy right about there, and perhaps the brighter one here, and maybe the faintest one is there. Once again, adventuresindeepspace.com to search on NGC 816, a galaxy in Triangulum. It's magnitude 15.5, but very small, 0.3 by 0.3 arc-minute sized elliptical. So it's probably this one here because that would have an average surface brightness of about magnitude 13, 13.5. The galaxy is located 491 million light years distant. So quite small, maybe 60,000 light years in diameter. RA 2 hours, 8 minutes, 8 seconds with a declination of plus 29 degrees, 15 minutes, and 21 seconds. Here we are off to NGC 817. I'm seeing some luminosity from moonshine in the upper right-hand quadrant of the screen. It's a galaxy in Aries, magnitude 13.2. 0.7 by 0.3 arc minutes, a peculiar galaxy, 203 million light years distant, probably puts it at about 60,000 light years in diameter. I am seeing a galaxy right there. Let's push it to the center and feature it. It's at right ascension 2 hours, 7 minutes, 33 seconds with a declination of plus 17, 1206. We're now off to NGC 818. Looks like a bit of a splinter galaxy there. What we can tell, let's see if it maps up against data. Galaxy in Andromeda, 12.5, yeah. 2.9 by 1.2 arc minutes. Pushing it up to our 75x view. We see that it is a spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, so it's got two spiral arms and a bar, 193 million light years distant. RA 2 hours, 8 minutes, 44 seconds with a declination plus 38, 46, 36. Okay, obviously we're having a satellite passage here. We're looking for NGC819, a galaxy in triangulum. Not seeing it. Magnitude 13.4, 0.6 by 0.4 arc minutes. Pushing up the magnification, we're seeing a bit of a smudge here, there, perhaps everywhere. I am not convinced we're seeing anything in the field of view. It's a spiral with peculiarities, 296 million light years distant. Right ascension 2, 08, 34, declination plus 29, 1401. Okay, clearly we're getting quite close to the moon. We have high thin clouds. We're looking for NGC 820, a galaxy in Aries. Probably the moon is in Aries tonight. We can see the galaxy right there, if that is the one. Let's map up the description. It is a magnitude 12.8, 1.4 by 0.8 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase b, twice removed from lenticular in the multiple spiral arm class, 201 million light years distant, probably about 90,000 light years in diameter. RA 20825, declination plus 14, 20, 57. Okay, obviously, if we were out for just the views tonight, we would not be out tonight. But given the fact it's been over a week since I've been able to do any imaging whatsoever, let's stay with it. I am also behind on my celestial calendar because the days are getting longer, the nights are getting shorter, and things are going to side a really wheel by. What we're looking at here, hopefully, right there is NGC 821. Very bright core in this galaxy. It's a galaxy in Aries. It's magnitude 10.7, 2.4 by 1.7 arc minutes, but it makes sense. It's an elliptical class 2, a mere 78 million light years distant, means it's probably only about 35,000 light years in diameter. Make sure, let's push the magnification a little bit just to get a sense. The stars are pretty bright since I did some lunar imagery this evening, so the stars are pretty sharp. We're getting good image stacking, and that's our view of NGC 821. 2 hours, 8 minutes, 21 seconds, plus 10 degrees, 59, 40. Okay, we've gone deep. For NGC 823, a galaxy in Fornax the Furnace, magnitude 12.6, 1.7 by 1.3 arc minute lenticular spiral. 196 million light years distant means it's probably about 100,000 light years in diameter. I am not seeing anything of it on the screen, but we will capture the data. RA 2 hours, 7 minutes, 19 seconds with a declination of minus 25, 26, 31. So along with imaging done over a week ago, we are now halfway through the 800 to 849 series with NGC 825 after skipping a deep south galaxy. This one is in Cetus, magnitude 13.2, 2.2 by 0.9 arc minutes. That should help us in identifying it if it is in fact visible, and I do believe it's right there. Spiral with lowercase a, 152 million light years distant. There's another galaxy there, also much more diffuse. Let's see what class this is. This is an SA, so it's going to have a relatively bright core. As I said, 152 million light years distant means this one's probably somewhere around 120,000 light years in diameter at RA 2, 08, 32, declination plus 06, 19, 24. Now off to NGC 826, a galaxy in triangulum. Stars look pretty tight. Magnitude 15.5 could be tough to turn up, but its visual magnitude is more likely to be in the 14.5 range. It's simply listed as a spiral. 223 million light years distance, 0.5 by 0.3 arc minutes. RA 2 hours, 9 minutes, 25 seconds with a declination of plus 30, 44, 21. And I do believe we're kind of hinting at it here. There's also a fainter galaxy there, so I can't quite be sure. Once again, adventuresindeepspace.com for Steve Gottlieb's comments on the relative position of these galaxies to each other and stars in their vicinity. NGC 827 is another galaxy in Cetus. Bright background sky due to both low sky position. Plus 7 degrees, not bad. But it's closer to the moon. Magnitude 12.7, 2.3 by 0.8 arc minutes. It's a spiral with a lowercase bc, 155 million light years distant, puts it about 140,000 light years in diameter. I'm going to push it up to 150x for a more detailed view, gathering more light. We're at right ascension 2, 0856, declination plus 7, 5816. Now off to NGC800-849, a galaxy in Andromeda, fairly bright, magnitude 12.3, fairly large, 2.9 by 2.2 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase AP, so it's got some peculiarities associated with it. I'm not really making out anything much in the way of galaxies. There is a faint one right about there, and there's also something a little brighter there, but that's in the wrong part of the field. So I suspect this is our candidate. Right ascension 2, 1009, declination plus 39, 1128. Pushing the magnification because we've been getting very good star views tonight. Yeah, that's probably our baby. Backing it off to 75x is our best view. We have a nice double star here. Should be easy to reference from Steve Gottlieb's notes. Okay, we're back down in Cetus, -7 degrees. On the celestial equator, we're looking for NGC829, a galaxy. Magnitude 14, 1.1. That might be it right there. By 0.6 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase c. That has a fairly bright core. Here, this may be our one baby right there, so I'm not sure. We're at right ascension 20842, -7 degrees, 47 minutes, 26 seconds. Not too far from 829 was 830, another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14. Let's pick it up. There's two galaxies present here. This is more towards the west and towards the east. This one is 1.4 by 0.9 arc minute lenticular spiral. Should have a very bright core, 172 million light years distance, so probably about 60,000 light years in diameter. This is looking like it might be our galaxy. We're at right ascension 2, 0858, with a declination of -7 degrees, 46 minutes, and 3 seconds. Well, I'm quite happy to say that every study we've turned up so far is pre-culminatory by enough of a factor that it gives me confidence that if the weather holds, skies are clear, I might be able to continue moving forward at a good pace on the NGC catalog series. What we're looking for here is NGC831 in Cetus, faint though, magnitude 15. There are several faint galaxies here. That's probably the faintest. But remember, the visual magnitude is probably closer to magnitude 14. It's 0.4 by 0.3 arc minute spiral with peculiarities, 319 million light years distant, maybe 40,000 light years in actual diameter. RA 20934 with a declination of +6, 0545. Let's see if bringing it up to 100x gives us anything more obvious, and it does. We have one here, we have one there, we have a fainter one there, and there. Who knows? Check out adventuresindeepspace.com. We are off to NGC 833, another galaxy in the Whale. Magnitude 12.7, 1.5 by 0.7. It should be fairly obvious on the screen. We'll go to 75x. We actually seem to have a bit of a galaxy group here. Haven't seen it before, so it must be one of the more westerly galaxies in this group. 12.7, though, would say that one maybe. 1.5 by 0.7 arc minute spiral with a lowercase a and peculiarities that's probably explained by the group's gravitational tides. 174 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years in diameter. RA 20920 with a declination of -10, 0759. NGC 834 is a galaxy in Andromeda. Magnitude 13.1 should be visible in the field, and I do believe it's right there at 30x. 1.1 by 0.5 arc minutes, pushing it up. We got several galaxies here present. Distinguishing them could be a bit of a challenge, but I suspect at 13.1, 1.1 by 0.5 arc minutes, this is our sweetie. Spiral with a lowercase bc, 208 million light years distant. It's got a relatively bright core, though, for what we would expect. Size is probably around 60,000 light years. RA2, 1101, declination plus 3740. Odd. There's our view. I do want to push the magnification up on this pair a little bit. You can notice how it begins to pop at 150x. We are off to NGC835 down south a ways in Cetus Galaxy, 12.1 magnitude, 1.3 by 1.1. Got a couple of candidates there. It's a spiral with a bar, but it's with a lowercase ab. And it has peculiarities, so some distortion in it. 178 million light years distant. RA2, 0924, declination minus 10, 0809. Pushing the magnification up, we can make out that this is a galaxy group. Here we are about as far south as we might expect this evening, minus 22 degrees. For NGC 836, Cetus, magnitude 13.3, 1.2 by 0.9, football-shaped galaxy, spiral with a lowercase a, 193 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years in diameter. Checking that size, I really couldn't tell you if there's anything present. We're at RA2, 1024 with a declination of minus 22, 0318. Previous galaxy had a neighbor, NGC 837. I assumed that was 836. This neighbor is a galaxy in Cetus, of course, magnitude 14.9 by 0.4 arc minutes. Look for it. 248 million light years distant, so I'm not sure they were of a similar distance. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 10 minutes, 16 seconds, declination minus 22, 25, 50. Further north in Cetus, we are looking for NGC 838, a galaxy. Should be fairly bright. Magnitude 12.9. I think it's right about here. It looks like it may be part of a galaxy group. Lenticular spiral, 171 million light years distant. 2 hours, 9 minutes, 38 seconds with a declination of minus 10 degrees, 8 minutes, 47 seconds. 838 was part of a galaxy group. We hardly tripped at all. This is NGC 839, and I need to dial up the data. So NGC 839 is a magnitude 13.1, somewhere around here. 1.4 by 0.7 arc minute lenticular spiral, 171 million light years distant. RA2, 0942, declination minus 10, 1101. I think the galaxy group does deserve some magnification, and there we have it. Here we're looking for NGC 840, another galaxy in Cetus, a little further north. It's a magnitude 13.4, 1.8 by 1. Excuse me, spiral with a bar, lowercase b. 323 million light years distant means it's larger than the Andromeda galaxy, maybe 170,000 light years in diameter. RA2, 1016, declination plus 750, 42. And pushing it up, there is our 150x view, and it has either this one, spiral with a bar and lowercase b, or that. This is more likely to be our study. We're off further north to NGC 841, a galaxy in Andromeda, magnitude 12.6. See if we can pick it out against the moon wash. 1.8 by 1 arc minute. Interesting. Spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, 205 million light years distant. That looks kind of a little bit edgy on for my taste. Perhaps it's this one here. Let's do a bit of zoomage. 150x. We have two galaxies in the field, kind of an edgy on one here and a vaguer one there. It is a AB class which means it's 1.5 times removed from lenticular. And once again, do your research. Okay, so I do want to attribute its right ascension is 2 hours, 11 minutes, 17 seconds with a declination of plus 37 degrees, 20 minutes, and 50 seconds. Here's that 150x view. And it seems like there's an even vaguer galaxy that forms a triangle among the three of these. Not much to see here, folks. We have gone deep south, somewhat deep south. Again, NGC842 is a galaxy in Cetus, 12.7 magnitude, 1.1 by 0.9 lenticular spiral. 171 million light years distant, probably puts it about 60,000 light years diameter. RA 20950 with a declination of minus 745.45. NGC844 is another galaxy in Cetus. Magnitude 15, small, 0.3 by 0.3 arc minutes. Compact, 204 million light years distant, maybe 30,000 light years in diameter. RA 21014, declination plus 60259. We're off to NGC845, another galaxy in Andromeda. Magnitude 13.5, 1.7 by 0.4. Look for something edgy. This galaxy's magnitude, as I said, 13.5. 202 million light year spiral with a lowercase b. Well, that looks faint. Everything looks faint tonight, folks, with that moon wash up there and those high, thin clouds. RA 21219, declination plus 37, 38, 36. Pushing the magnification up makes it more obvious that there's a galaxy here, there, and several others possible as well. Okay, NGC846 is also NGC847 at magnitude 12.1. Come on, baby, let's see you shine like the sun. Maybe right about there. 1.9 by 1.7 spiral with a bar, lowercase ab. 232 million light years distant. RA 21212. Declination plus 443404. And this brightness here is due to the fact that we are beginning to get some reflected light from the roof try of Penty, the observatory. Pushing it up, centering it in the field. Let's go ahead and give that 150x view and bail. Well, we have here NGC848. Maybe we don't have it at all, frankly. It's a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13, 1.5 by 1 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase ab. 177 million light years distant. I would say it's probably this galaxy, but there are a couple others further to the west, which we may have already imaged. It's 177 million light years distant, so it's probably somewhere around 80,000 light years diameter. RA is 21017 with a declination of minus 101915. Okay, going deep south into Cetus once again for a galaxy, magnitude 14.3, small, 0.45 by 0.3 arc minute lenticular spiral with a ring. Wow, nice. 247 million light years distant. Not much of a view here, of course. I'll just push it up. We'll wash around the field a little bit, and this will be our last in the 800 to 849 series. However, let's have a look at Messier 31 just to get an idea of how the view is through the sky with moonwash. Okay, I had to bail on both Messier 31 and 33 because the scope would do a flip. We've returned now to NGC891, our favorite edge-on galaxy. We'll have 100. We'll push it up this time because we're getting pretty good star image quality to 150x, and I will play with the histogram to see if we can't improve the aesthetics. Okay, well that is our Carpe Noctem view of NGC800-849, soon to be followed by 850 to 899 because I need to get cracking.